a controversial bill winding its way through the Florida State Senate. It would allow some 14-year-olds to work the overnight shift, a move critics say prioritizes filling labor shortages over the well-being of vulnerable children.
I did a video about this a couple of years ago when that bill was in the House, I think. Now it's moved to the Senate, and Governor Ron DeSantis is backing this bill. There are a couple of problems that we have in this country, and number one is capitalism. But capitalism is essentially maximizing profit with reducing liabilities. Number one being labor costs. Labor costs is a major red spot on a company's balance sheet. So you want to reduce labor costs, you want to reduce the liabilities and increase your profits. So that's why they pay you $7 an hour, $10 an hour, because they're trying to maximize profits and increase your work performance. And because of that and a lot of other things, this country has not gotten over its slavery problem, its capitalism problem when it comes to paying workers less and trying to get more out of them. This country has gone from indentured servitude to slavery to chattel slavery, to sharecropping, to Jim Crow, to immigration, to illegal immigration from people and companies. And now here we are. And now since MAGA is trying to get rid of all immigrants, not just the criminals, they're trying to get rid of all immigrants. Donald Trump right now is suspending visas from students that are in college and telling them they have to leave the country. So he's not just getting rid of criminals, he's getting rid of all immigrants to this country. And because of that, you got states like Florida who needs immigration, who needs workers, can't find workers. So what are they doing? They're going to get children.
A Florida Senate bill would remove restrictions on 16 and 17-year-olds, allowing for overnight shifts longer than 8 hours during school days, more than 30 hours during school weeks, and remove mandated meal breaks. It would also lift those restrictions on 14 and 15-year-olds who are homeschooled or attend virtual classes.
Why do we say we need to import foreigners, even import them illegally, when teenagers used to work at these resorts?
Now, I'm not opposed to children working. I worked. My uncle, he got me and my brothers out on the roof when I was 8 years old. My brothers were 9 and 10, and I think my 5-year-old brother was out there at the time too. So we were out there working. When I turned 16, I got a job. All of my children, and I have 6 boys. As of today, 4 of my 6 got a job at 16. I got 1 child right now who got a job at 15. He'll be turning 16 at the end of this month. And I got a 10-year-old that will be getting a job when he turns 16. So I'm okay with a child working part-time. But when it comes to them working 30 hours in a school week and even overtime and past a certain time, now we got a problem. But this is the problem that you created because you could have fixed the immigration system, but you chose not to.
This comes as Florida has about 77 available workers for every 100 open jobs, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
You could have made it so people can come here that want to work to come here and work. You chose not to. Now you're going to get the children to work those hours that adults are supposed to work. And most American adults don't want to work those jobs because they don't pay enough. A 35-year-old man or woman cannot work at Chick-fil-A for $20,000 a year. There are a lot that do it and they're not supposed to, but those are the only jobs that are out there for them, and you're not paying them a livable wage, but you're raising the price of that damn chicken, ain't you? And what about that shady ass parent that's going to let their 16 and 17-year-old work 30 hours while they go to school and take their whole paycheck? Ain't shit you can say about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. But and me being a history guy, a lot of children, to include slaves, were sent out to work, bring the money back to the master or bring the money back to the family. Abraham Lincoln's father had him go work on other people's plantations, and they didn't pay Abe. They paid Abe's father. You had slaves who were a master craftsman or master blacksmith. They would be contracted out to another plantation to work on that plantation, and they would pay the owner. So what's stopping a parent from taking their child's money? But this is what you wanted, MAGA. This is what you wanted, Florida, Alabama, Texas, Georgia, and every other state that voted for Trump. And every other person that voted for Trump, this is what you wanted. So when they ease up the laws and then they make it mandatory that your child get a job and work those fields, and a damn thing you can do about it because that's what you wanted. Come on, MAGA. What do you think?